Hello and welcome to ThunderPirate, and to this episode in which I'm wishing you a happy Halloween. So we start off by showing you a piece of gameplay from the Halloween special of War Thunder, the Hellcat. This tank has been added with a little bit of Halloween magic, and has been given a special race course on which up to 8 players can race each other round. Players with the fastest times around the track will get into the top 1000 league of players who are going to be winning the rare PO2 aircraft on Monday. So be sure to get yourself into the top 1000 and stay there until Monday. So as you can see, most of these races start off a little bit wildly with a scrum or two, and then the players separate out into usually about 2 groups. The first 3 who are racing the fastest and will probably end up near the top of the leaderboard, and the remaining players who are much slower and generally competing for places a lot more aggressively. And as you can see, Gaijin has done a fantastic job with a surprisingly simple new game mode. What this game mode may lack for in complexity, it makes up for in just pure fun, and the high-speed chases and amazingly fun drifting around corners is definitely worth going for. Even if you don't get into the top 1000, this fun is not worth missing. It's just a shame that this game mode won't be around beyond Halloween, and will probably be shut down on Monday. So, if you want to have some fun now, here's your chance. Of course, there is a second game mode that parallels to this one, and that is the air version of this game mode, featuring the PO2 enchanted version, which is also only around for Halloween. If you prefer a flying race, then that is worth going for, though I haven't tried it yet, so I can't say much about it. However, in terms of this game mode, I can say that it features a incredibly overly modified tank with a ridiculous top speed. While your guns are disabled, ramming your opponents can cause them to be damaged. Although I'd say that that's not a very fair way to go about the competition, but if you want to, then you can. In terms of the race itself, the objective is to follow the line of waypoints, and although you don't have to go directly through them, you do need to go reasonably close to them in order to count as having passed them. And the first one to the last marker is the winner. There are 2 circuits, the standard one which goes round one way, and the reversed version which goes round the other way. Pretty simple, but surprisingly these 2 circuits feel very different, even though they are almost identical, just reversed versions of each other. Ideally, if you want to get into the top 1000, you should be averaging about 2 minutes and 30 seconds in each race. Although if you want to get a really good time, then 2 minutes is about the maximum you're going to get. I have seen players with shorter, faster lap times, but these are almost unattainable for the average player, so if you can get yourself down to near enough 2 minutes, then you're doing very well indeed. Generally speaking, my personal best lap times were around the 2 minutes and 17 second mark. Now, if you do happen to come first and don't want to leave the match early, then you might often find yourself waiting for a little while, as some players will often take much longer than 3 minutes to pass the finish line. But that's okay, because if you're coming into first place, you can afford to spend a little time waiting, as you're going to be climbing up the leaderboard pretty fast if you can consistently maintain yourself in the top 3. Finally, before we go on to the next clip, I'd just like to point out to Gaijin that they spelt reversed wrong on their map, and that might be worth fixing because it is a little embarrassing. Anyway, I will now be showing you one of my best races, and then after that, there will be a Funny Moments compilation. Enjoy.